This is the iconic Salkantay Trek, a 40-mile journey through the stunning Peruvian Andes ending at Machu Picchu. Over the next 5 days, we'll be hiking through breathtaking landscapes, blue lakes, misty forests, and Inca ruins. Each night, we'll be staying in a different, unique accommodation along the trail with traditional home-cooked meals to share with our newfound trail family. And that's what makes this journey truly special, connecting with other travelers that seek out this crazy experience with us. Our journey reaches its end at the wonder that is Machu Picchu, one of the new 7 wonders of the modern world. But we'll also be facing unpredictable weather and altitudes over 15,000 feet that will push us past our breaking points. I woke up to Blake throwing up and like he wasn't in the bed. He either takes a horse, he hikes, or he returns to Cusco, and that's just not gonna happen. Our journey started in pitch blackness in Cusco City. It felt like the morning of a big game you had prepared all season for. Are we really ready for this? We had no idea what would unfold over the next 5 days. We were anxious but excited as our guide picked us up and we began our drive to the start of the Salkantay Trek. I think you stay. Yeah. This is Alex, the mountain lion. He's our fearless leader, and for the next 5 days will be leading us through this entire journey. This is our group of strangers that will eventually become family from all across the world.
1, 2, 3! Welcome to the start of the Salkantay Trek, which is a couple hours outside of Cusco, and we're already greeted by these amazing views and already some altitude. I can feel it in my breath already. We already started hiking. It's been a very hectic morning. We were up at 3:50 getting picked up this morning in pitch black darkness, and many hours later we are finally on the trail in the high Andes, and it's just as beautiful as you would imagine. And we've got a lot in store for the next 5 days, and I don't want to get too far behind. Let's start going.
Today is mainly about 2 things. We are going to this beautiful turquoise blue lake called Sante Lake, and then we are staying in one of probably the best accommodation that we've ever stayed. So can't wait to show you that, but we gotta hike there first.
So we are doing the Salkantay Trek with a tour company, which means that everything on my back right now does not include a tent, sleeping bag, or clothes, which is absolutely amazing. There are mules that are hiking them up all the way to our camping spot tonight. And we also get all of our food made for us. So this is going to be quite a luxury thing for us. We are definitely used to more of the roughing it backpacking style, and I think this is going to be one of the most amazing experiences, and to do it with a really awesome group of people. There are 9 of us right now, and this is the energy we have on day 1. So we're really going to have to keep that up over the next 5 days, either getting to know these people and like them more, or, like our tour guide said, have some divorces among the group.
Wow.
I chew the coca leaves for energy, all right? When I chew coca leaves, personally, I can keep walking the whole time, guys. I don't need snacks. I don't eat any cereal bars. Just keep going.
I'm currently making a burrito of coca leaves,
which
are a way to help with altitude. And we have to stack them together and then have to break the stems and then put some sort of like licorice looking thing in the middle and put it in our mouths like our guide just did.
So inside here is like the little black thing, which is many things like burnt mint and what else, sugar, other things that are supposed to like make it come out. And then I stick this between my teeth, chew on it, and then swallow all the goodness. And then I pack it like a lip. And I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're gonna do drugs on this trip. So right now we are walking along what is known as the Inca Aqueduct. However, this aqueduct was not made by the Incans. There was another one that was actually a little bit down the trail this way, and it's taking glacier water from the glacier that we're going to see later today and bringing them to the small towns back down that way from the trail. Fortunately for us, this is probably going to be one of the easiest parts of the hike, apparently. It's about 4 miles, very straight, very flat, following this little aqueduct and just kind of looking towards the future of what we're going to have to hike. in between the mountains over there is the Salkantay Pass, which is tomorrow's, oh boy, tomorrow's big day. Enjoying actually having some breath left to talk while walking, which is not super common. First, we're gonna see our accommodation for tonight, which is gonna be amazing. And then from there, we're gonna have some lunch and then head up to the beautiful lake. Oh my goodness. We're staying in this geodome. Right now, there's a tarp over it, but later we can take it off and it's all glass. So hopefully tonight we can see the stars. This is so cool.
Oh my god, I can't believe we are finally here. This accommodation is the reason that I booked the Salkantay Trek.
I believe that. I don't want to bring it to permission.
No, I hear you.
I just don't know my game.
I don't think we realized how good the food could be on a backpacking trip like this, and it got us so excited for the meals to come. Family style home cooked meals definitely beat the adventure meals we've had on so many of our other adventures. Oh my god, I have the biggest food baby. That food was literally like beyond my expectations. I thought we were just gonna get these casual meals, but our first lunch, like we had so many options. We had fish and salad and these other things, I don't know what they are. But we were actually not done hiking for the day. Sitting 1,000 feet above our sky domes is the beautiful Sante Lake, one of the most blue lakes we've ever seen. It's nestled at the base of the glacier and one of the most beautiful sights in all of Peru. So now it's time to head up to Sante Lake. Still don't know if I'm saying that right. We're all gonna go as a group guided and then come down at our own pace. But I'm so excited because this is like the main attraction of staying here at the Sky Lodge around here. So let's go.
I think that we are getting so lucky with how clear it is. There are so few clouds in the sky. The altitude isn't getting any better, of course, as we're going up. And that's what I got my burrito, my coca burrito. We're hiking up there, around there. Truly just such an absolutely gorgeous hike. I can't wait to see the lake at the top.
We made it! Look at it. Oh, it's gorgeous. I think it'll look better from the top though, because
We'll go higher? More hiking?
A little bit.
Okay.
That was only like less than a mile. That was great.
That was truly one of the most beautiful lakes I've ever seen. Ellie was lucky to see another very beautiful glacial lake here in Peru, but I wasn't able to because I was home getting this camera that I'm holding right now. But anyways, that was an unbelievable first day. We're heading down back to our awesome geosphere, and we have tea time in 30 minutes, and then an hour after that, we're gonna have a dinner that's hopefully as good as lunch was today, because it was delicious. What a first day. Am I tired? Yeah. Does my head hurt a little bit? Ooh, yeah. Am I almost slipping down the mountain? Yes. Should I probably put away this camera? Yes.
On our way down, we started to make out the shape of the domes below and could tell that the covers had been taken off. It was almost time to look at the stars from our beds. Oh, I love this.
That's a view.
Oh my gosh, so after the hike, we got dressed, we changed, and we've just been taking pictures, like looking around. Like, it is probably one of the most beautiful places I have ever been. Like, you can see the mountains behind us. You can see all the sky lodges like without their tarps on. And it's just like, can you tell I'm so happy? Like, if this is only day one, I can't imagine what it's going to be like when we get to Machu Picchu. Like, that's why we're doing this, right? It was amazing. It is amazing. Well, it's tea time now, and then dinner in 30 minutes. So we're gonna go hang out with the cool group that we have and just chat and have some food.
Dinner was just as enjoyable as lunch. We had so much food to pick from, and we even got to meet the chefs who will be hiking with us and making all of our meals throughout the trek. Little did we know that this meal would be Blake's last for a while.
Blake, throwing up all night.
Are you excited for tomorrow?
Yeah,
You think you're gonna be cold tonight?
maybe.
Oh, it's a huge spider on my bed. And now he's disappeared forever. Oh my god, I hate that. I don't know where it went.
Oh my god, you said so much bigger. Hit it with your, right here, your
I'm so
slipper.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hit it.
I'm so sorry. I feel terrible about this.
We went to bed excited to watch the stars from our bed, thinking that tomorrow would go according to plan.
Hola, hola.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. I really feel like we are in a real life igloo. But this morning is pretty much a reality check with Blake throwing up all night, I guess from either the altitude or a stomach bug. But it's 4:50. But we got about 30 minutes until we have to be at breakfast. And if Blake doesn't get better, he's gonna have to ride a horse because today is gonna be the toughest day. We're doing 7 kilometers or about like 4 miles up, like all the way through Salkantay Pass today. And I would just really hope that Blake gets better, hope that he can continue, because you know, he wants to do this. I think altitude just affects him a little bit more than me and some other people. So it's been one heck of a morning. He didn't join us for breakfast. He was just like feeling awful, continuing to throw up. I think it's either altitude or something he ate, but most likely the altitude. And so left him behind at camp and I started the hike. We're about 1.5 miles in and he's hopefully going to take a horse all the way up. It's very high today and it's going to be a lot of altitude, so I'm just feeling a little nervous how he's gonna feel in higher altitude, but there's not really any choice. Like, he either takes a horse, he hikes, or he returns to Cusco, and that's just not gonna happen. Like, we spend too much money and too much time and effort to be here, so I'm really hoping I'm gonna just turn around and see him on a mule coming up.
It's beautiful. It's like cheating now. A couple hikers that have looked at me the wrong way, and I've been the hiker on the other side looking at them the wrong way. But I think they just think that I did this because I didn't want to walk. I do feel bad for you guys, though. I'm gonna walk this whole way. But I will say, like, if you knew what I went through this morning, I would much rather do this than that.
I feel like I can breathe again now that I know Blake is on the horse. He's feeling way better than before, and he's gonna make it. So, I just wish I could be on the horse with him where he was hiking this. Like, it was really sad to see him feel that bad. We continue, but we keep going.
As we climbed higher towards Salkantay Pass at over 15,000 feet, the weather got worse and worse. Like all the times where it got rough, our group was always there to support each other.
I'm just arriving to the top of Salkantay Pass. And it feels good because that was probably going to be the hardest part about the whole Salkantay Trek. Blake's been here for probably 30 minutes or so. I'm so happy we're here. It's like a whole community of people who have just made it to the top, like a little base camp.
But our success of reaching the top was short-lived. I didn't realize I would have to continue on my own without the help of a horse. Weak and dehydrated, we began what was the hardest 8.5 miles of our lives.
Blake is still feeling really sick, so we're taking it really slow and hopefully are going to get to lunch as soon as possible. But around here, it looks incredible. Like, I've never been to Scotland, but this is what I imagine it looks like.
We thought that it would only get easier after getting to the pass, but the truth is we both had altitude sickness symptoms. Neither one of us ate for the rest of the day. Day 2 was the worst day of hiking in our lives. We took it slow, step by step, staying behind the group, and after what felt like forever, we made it to our home for the night in the Indian huts.
It's important to know the accommodations all included bathrooms, but they weren't always in the best shape. And on top of that, the toilet paper was not provided, so being sick meant we had to buy several rolls while still on the trail.
I'm so tired. I started to get pretty sick after reaching the top, and then Blake and I were just both sick during the whole hike here. It was like, from the top, it was 15 kilometers. Like, oh my god. And we were both getting stomach aches, and Blake was still throwing up and whatever. He was feeling awful, and neither one of us had lunch. Like, we stopped for lunch, but we could not hold anything down. So it was pretty miserable to get here, and we don't have a lot of videos, but we made it to our second accommodation and hoping tomorrow is better.
Blake spent the rest of the night in bed, taking anything possible to feel better. He was feverish and still throwing up. Alex warned us that if he did not eat, he would not be able to continue. I wasn't able to have any dinner either, but was able to get him some water and medicine to hopefully help him heal through the night.
I just didn't know because it was like.
Wow. Eating finally.
Well, good morning. Blake and I are feeling so much better thanks to a lot of Tylenol, Advil, salt water, liquid IV, like you name it, we took it. But this morning we were able to eat breakfast, we were able to walk around. It's been way better than yesterday. But we've got kind of an easier day today. We're headed to Locabamba, I think that's how you say it. It's these jungle domes. And we are actually going to some hot springs today, which I'm so excited about. So it should be a lot easier of a day than yesterday.
It's been more than a full day since I've said anything to camera, which probably says a lot about how terrible I was feeling yesterday. I know Ellie told you a lot about what was going on, but I kind of just wanted to talk about my experience with what is maybe considered moderate to severe altitude sickness. The first day I felt awesome. We did some awesome stuff. I got back to the camp and we had some of the coolest views in our sky camp. It was amazing. I went to bed feeling great. However, I just couldn't sleep. My stomach was hurting me and something wasn't right. And that continued until about 3:30 in the morning, which was the first time that I started throwing up. And after that, it was every 30 minutes. A little bit later, I was on the toilet with a trash bucket in my hand. So, to spare the details, both ends were fountains. And I couldn't eat anything, I couldn't drink anything. It would basically come right back up. The people that were working at the sky camp, they were trying to send me back to Cusco because they thought I had a stomach bug or something that I needed to see a doctor for. And I was just adamantly like, no, it's altitude, it's altitude. Like, I want to keep going, I want to keep going. We spent so much money to be here, so it would have been a huge loss if I wasn't able to do that.
and I decided that I couldn't hike and then I had to get some type of other transportation, which was eventually the horse. And as I was passing all of our group on the horse, it was awesome because I got so much positive encouragement. No one really expected me to even get up there. And now in my mind, when I paid $30 US for the horse, I thought it was gonna take me all the way to camp. So when we got all the way to the top part, I was told that I had to walk the rest of the way, which I did not know. I sat there for 45 minutes at the highest point of elevation. I spent so much time up there just feeling terrible. But luckily everyone in our group was, like I said, so supportive, gave me pills when I needed them. But the way down, those 15 kilometers to camp last night, it was probably the hardest hike of my life. I couldn't eat anything. I would try to drink some water. I was so dehydrated, so hungry, so weak, just like the weakest I've ever felt. And eventually, through nothing more than our own will, Ellie and I both made it to camp. So we got to camp last night and still couldn't eat dinner. I took Tylenol PM and threw up one more time and fell asleep at, I don't know, I tried to fall asleep at like 6 p.m. and I slept all through the night and it was amazing. It's no joke, worst feeling I've ever had in my life probably. Just complete nausea, throwing up, dehydration, weakness. You feel kind of helpless, like you can't do anything about it. So yeah, that's my story of altitude sickness. But here we are, hiking the Salkantay Trek somehow, after all of that, making our way towards Machu Picchu. And today we finally get to enjoy part of this trail again, because yesterday was far from enjoyable. Today is gonna be an awesome day. So today's hike is what Alex calls Inca Flat, which means a little bit up, a little bit down. And low energy, only having one meal in the past, oh man, over 24 hours now. And to keep eating more bars, drinking more water. The Inca Flat, better than what Ellie had to do yesterday for sure.
We were still regaining strength on day 3, which is what we call Inca Flat. For about 7 miles, we hiked up and down, over and over, passing some of the most beautiful terrain we've ever seen, and zigzagging through the magical Andes Mountains. Eventually, we found ourselves in a little slice of heaven.
So you just crack, after crack, look at this. Just very patient, guys. You see it? Right? So the important thing is like you keep this bottom part.
So we just arrived at the most beautiful campsite or paradise. We were hiking for about, I think like 6-7 kilometers, and we arrived in this place and it has hammocks and has a little spot where you can buy some food, and our guide got us some granadillas, which are just similar to a passion fruit, the same family, but you crack them really funnily. It's like kind of cracks open and then has all these seeds that are really similar to a passion fruit or a maracuya, and it was delicious. And we got them for 2 for 1 sole, which is nothing. So super amazing to just get here. The wind is so fresh and beautiful, and I mean, we're feeling so much better than yesterday. Like yesterday at 7K we were dead, so it's feeling really good today. But yeah, this place is incredible and I could stay here forever. I was so happy to see that Blake was regaining his strength. He even decided to join in on the soccer game. It was another moment that brought our exhausted group even closer. However, I, on the other hand, used this time to rest and eat more granadillas.
I love you and I'm sorry if I die.
Okay, bye! Oh my god, you guys ready to go? Yeah.
Take care!
Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm the only person who volunteered to go on this thing. What am I doing?
Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Did you scare yourself a little bit?
Yeah, because when I turned back, it shook. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna fall.
Llama warrior, right? Now we're gonna become to be a real warrior. See my face? Okay. If you're gonna follow in my Instagram, you will see all the nice paintings like that. Perfect. You're with a professional tattooer, guys.
So Alex decided he was going to paint all of our faces as the Inca warriors did, but I don't think we actually believed him until he gave us no choice. After some very serious and talented artwork, our team was ready to be true llama warriors, or at least Alex said we were.
Sexy llama warrior. Okay, I need to see what it looks like. Give me this.
But the Andes aren't just known for coca leaves. We headed for a well-deserved caffeine break at a local coffee plantation deep in the mountains. Here, we learned more about the process and how it's made as a treat after a hard day of hiking.
I don't drink coffee.
I mean, it tastes like coffee.
In, out, in. Okay,
Yeah.
Now we get to go and drive to lunch and see our next accommodation for our night 3. So I'm really happy that we are not hiking anymore today. And we have a little surprise later on today as well that we're doing, which is just so exciting. Immediately after arriving at the Jungle Domes for our 3rd accommodation, we were given a much-needed lunch break, and this was actually our first real meal since dinner on the first night. The chefs did not hold back on this one, and Blake and I were so happy we could finally eat again.
So we just had an amazing lunch with some unbelievable presentation. Honestly, it just surprises me every time they bring up more food here. But now, we're also at our place that we were sleeping tonight. Look at this. It's a jungle hut. Let me show you inside.
Hello, this is our Jungle Dome, our accommodation for night number 3. Whew. And I'm already a mess.
Also, my body is still very much feeling the effects of yesterday. And I don't know if you can see it, but I've been covered in hives for the past couple hours. It's itchy and it's not feeling good. However, I'm hoping our next stop is gonna make all that go away. We're having one more very luxurious part of today. At least I hope so.
After 3 days of grueling hiking and experiencing severe altitude sickness, we had been looking forward to the hot springs since the beginning. Soaking in the minerals of the hot springs is known to reduce inflammation and pain, and we were hoping this was true to help us get through the last full day of our trek.
Ellie, where are we going?
We're going to some hot springs to heal our bodies and our souls. Just kidding.
It is so nice in here. It's like not too hot. It's like bath water.
Yeah.
It's got a certain smell to it, but I'm not gonna think too hard. I'm probably dirtier than this water right now.
On a chicken fight. Somebody's going to chicken fight.
Well, that was a very nice way to end today. And I even got a little bit of a shower in, so I'm not quite as stinky as I was before. It wasn't the best shower I've ever taken, but that's really not necessary. Kind of what we're doing here. Any shower works. Tomorrow is supposed to be very challenging, so hopefully we get a huge dinner and maybe a little bit of a party back on the bus.
To all of you that we are doing a good job, but I don't want to say to all of you congratulations because it's still one more day, you know. But we are doing a perfect job, guys.
So is this why day 4 is so hard?
Arriba, abajo, al centro y adentro. No, y para abajo. Y para el carajo. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Arriba! Really?
That's some good tequila.
Mama, how can I resist you?
Mamma mia. You have to sing.
Here I am again. Mama, how can I resist you?
Waters.
Passing down waters.
Pasa, pasa.
It's Pisco.
It's Pisco.
We're playing the finger game.
Oh, we did it.
Well, good morning from day 4 of our Salkantay Trek. We are still in the Jungle Dome, but this is going to be our last specialty accommodation. Tonight we're going to stay in a hotel, which I cannot wait for. But we have a very difficult hike today, and if you can't hear it, it is raining pretty badly right now at camp, and it seems like it's going to be a bit of a sludge. It's going to be a bit of a tough day. So, on this rainy morning, we're actually officially on the Inca Trail, which is super cool. We have not been on the Inca Trail this entire time, but now we're walking through this very wet and muddy coffee farm on the Inca Trail on our way to Yactapata Pass, which, if we're very, very lucky, we'll be able to see Machu Picchu from a very long distance before we get to go see it in person tomorrow. I think we have 2,600 feet of elevation until we get to Yactapata Pass, and it's not going to be easy from here on out. So hopefully the sun will come out and there's blue skies ahead of us. Good vibes, right? Rainbow means good things. At this point, we hiked over 30 miles together as a group, and we had grown incredibly close in just a few days. We had all suffered as well as enjoyed this incredible landscape, which only united us more. We all knew this time together wouldn't last forever, and savoring the little moments is something we will never forget.
That's the other way.
Okay, we're getting there. Yes! Next one. That's safe.
Yeah. Very safe.
Hike up to Yactapata Pass has been quite challenging. I'm definitely feeling some more altitude sickness. I took another pill, feeling better, and I think we've just hit 2,000 feet. And in fact, we should only be a couple minutes away from the beautiful platform that we can potentially see Machu Picchu from. So just gotta push through. This whole part of the hike has been muddy, rocky, jungly forest.
Nothing can prepare you for seeing Machu Picchu for the first time. The Salkantay Trek had tested us over and over again, and to finally get a glimpse of our destination in the distance was surreal. This trek is truly all about the journey, but seeing the ruins perched on top of the cliff was one of the best feelings we had on our entire trek.
Oh my God. I can see Machu Picchu.
So after about 3 hours and 7 kilometers, completely uphill, like super steep, we made it to the point where you can see Machu Picchu in the distance. Oh my gosh. Even though today started with a ton of rain, and honestly, we really did not want to do this hike, it was so worth it. Like, it is clear, it is beautiful, and we get a glimpse of the place we are doing this for, right? We are going to Machu Picchu. And it took us 5 days, but this is a good reward. This place is incredible.
So we left that amazing viewpoint and we started what is going to be a very muddy switchback all the way down to where lunch is going to be today. And we stopped here at Yactapata, not Yactapata Pass, which is where we were for the view. This is another Inca ruins that actually has a portal that looks directly at Machu Picchu. But because this isn't a touristy area and doesn't bring in money, they actually haven't really done a lot of archaeological research here. So it's a lot of overgrown stuff, but honestly, it is so unbelievably beautiful here. And if we were to have gone the Inca Trail, we would have seen a lot more ruins like this, but we wanted to do Salkantay because we see a lot more of the natural things, like the lake and like the glacier and Salkantay Pass. So it is what it is. So we had another little hike down through the muddy part, and we came to another incredible view here. The weather has been just incredible at the best times for us. We feel very lucky.
It's so beautiful here. We got really lucky with today because the way it started, I wasn't so sure. But wow, it's just getting me so excited to get to Machu Picchu, getting to see it from all these different viewpoints.
We're actually getting closer and closer to it. Like, it's just slowly growing in our viewpoints.
Yeah.
But after this, there will be no more viewpoints, just switchbacks.
They are not together. So there is kind of like a huge. Here right there where is located the famous Inca Bridge. When we're gonna go back to Cusco City, we're gonna go back in that direction, my friend. That direction is Cusco. We are coming from that direction. Salkantay right there.
Leaving that last beautiful viewpoint, like I said, it's pretty much just switchbacks from here. And in about an hour's time, we'll finally arrive at lunch. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I'm still trying to regain my strength. Haven't been able to eat that much. Almost at lunch.
Like 45 minutes until lunch. Only 2 more kilometers.
Well, for us, it's 2 kilometers and we're taking the train. I'm very excited. Very sore, but very excited. I think the rest of our group is going to take the 11-kilometer journey alongside the train. I don't think Ellie and I want to do that. It's so bouncy. I love it. It's amazing. Look at these views. Oh my god, this is so funny. I'm bouncing. Okay, so we are about to board our train on the way to Aguas Calientes, which is basically at the base of Machu Picchu. And there's only 2 ways to get to Aguas Calientes. This train or walking, and we're not walking anymore. That's just not gonna happen. It's supposed to be pretty scenic and pretty beautiful. It's definitely an expensive add-on at $35 a person, but it's money that we're investing in our bodies to get there a little bit earlier for a nice, healthy shower and like whatever food we can find and just stuff our faces. But if we didn't take this train and we had to walk, it's 11 kilometers and another 3 hours of hiking. So it's definitely a big difference for our last day of hiking before Machu Picchu tomorrow morning.
Deciding to pay a little extra to save our bodies was so worth it. This train was not just a normal train. It winded through the valleys of the very same mountains Machu Picchu overlooks. We felt so incredibly grateful for the opportunity to be here now, and that even through all the challenges, we had almost made it to Machu Picchu.
The views are literally incredible. Like, I'm so happy we did this. It's just so mystical, you know? Like, there's something about this area that just like I don't know. It's very, very different than trains in Europe for sure. A soccer field. Well, we are off the train, and that was the most magical ride, especially because we didn't have to hike, and the rest of our team is probably like, I don't know, halfway done with the hike, but we get to go to a hotel and shower and clean up and just, you know, rest. So I'm excited, but we are almost there. Machu Picchu. Should I get a massage? Oh my gosh. This bed is so big. Don't. You're dirty.
I don't care. A real hotel room. Can you believe this?
I'm so excited for a shower. That was so nice. So clean.
Good morning. From day 5 of the Salkantay Trek, and it's Machu Picchu day. We get to say goodbye to our trekking poles and our big bags because they're not allowed in Machu Picchu. I'm pretty thankful for that because we're both so sore, very tired. However, this is our backpack we're hiking with today. It's perfect. Last night was our last meal with our sexy llama warriors, and it was honestly such a good time. We tried alpaca. I don't think I have any videos of it, but it was just a really nice night, and then sleeping in like a real bed. Having toilet paper provided in the bathroom is also quite nice. I just can't believe that today we're gonna see Machu Picchu. I'm so excited.
We woke up early to catch the first bus up the mountain. A big difference between the Salkantay Trek and the Inca Trail is that the Inca Trail actually ends in Machu Picchu. You arrive on your hike. However, on the Salkantay Trek, you arrive to Aguas Calientes and have to take a bus up. The views were beautiful on the way up the mountain, but I started to get nervous that there was no way this place could live up to the hype.
We are one of the first people to enter this morning at 6 a.m. That means it's pretty misty. We're walking to the postcard picture, so hoping we get a view.
We had been hiking for 5 grueling days, enduring altitude sickness and pain, and I just wasn't sure that it would all be worth it in the end. Initially, my thoughts were proven right. As soon as we looked over the famous view, I was instantly disappointed. The views were not what we were expecting at all. Would it stay like this for hours? Did we just come too close to rainy season or got too unlucky that this was what we hiked so long for? But after some patience, the clouds started making way, and we saw our first glimpse of the terraces on the side of the citadel, and we could begin to make out Huyana Picchu Mountain behind. Machu Picchu made an appearance.
I can't believe we're here.
It's finally clear.
Gosh, it's clearing up a little bit. Every couple minutes, the clouds swarm in, so we have to wait to take pictures. But that's why we're here, right? For the picture.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
After taking some pictures, we left the group to hike Machu Picchu Mountain to check out the views from above.
So the first half of our day at Machu Picchu was just walking around the main areas, but now we're hiking Machu Picchu Mountain. One last hike on this 5-day trek. We're going alone, just Ellie and I, and we're not very prepared. We're very tired and sore. Yesterday we were on this ridgeline right here, and I was right here.
This last push up the rocks to the top was so tough and we were not prepared, but I think we can both agree that the view was well worth the last bit of effort. It was then that Machu Picchu fully emerged and we truly felt that it was all worth it.
I think climbing this mountain gives you such an amazing perspective because, of course, like you see it from down there, but the higher you go, the deeper the valleys on the side go. And it really gives you perspective of like how crazy this is. How crazy is it that the Incas just built this civilization on top of these mountains? Like, oh, I just wish that I could experience life with them just for a day. Like, that would be a dream of mine.
I don't think they had mirrors.
You think I need a mirror?
You carry a mirror with you everywhere.
I could make a mirror.
Climbing Machu Picchu Mountain was not just worth it for its own unique views, but it also gave us the opportunity to walk again through the postcard views in the Citadel with the weather now completely clear.
So we've come down from Machu Picchu Mountain now, and one thing that you really forget that's amazing about going up that mountain is that you get to be completely secluded from all the other tourists that are here. There's a couple of people on the trail, yes, but there was, I think, maybe 50 people on the trail total when we got onto it, and we saw like maybe 20 people. And now that we're back in the main areas of Machu Picchu, of course it's the same amount of people as there's been this entire day. So if you want the seclusion, definitely try to add on one of these extra hikes.
So we explored the part above really the Machu Picchu village, and we just made our way into it. And now you can really start to discover and walk among the old houses, I guess. So a really cool part about how the Incas built some of their buildings is that right behind me you can see these stones that fit perfectly together. And these stones are super heavy, so it really doesn't make sense how they put them together like Lego pieces without pulleys, without strong animals. And it's just really cool to see it here because we saw it in Cusco, but here it's like even harder, even more difficult of a task to do. They also don't have anything between them, like any cement or even any mud. They just fit perfectly together and have withstood the test of time.
And earthquakes.
And earthquakes. So cool. I can't get over it.
Our last moments in Machu Picchu were spent enjoying the sheer size and beauty of the place we hiked and endured 5 days for. This was the reason we came to Peru. This was the reason for the Salkantay Trek. This was the most magical place we had ever been. But something just didn't feel quite right since we were all alone after 5 full days with our group. We had to end this the right way.
I'm not sure if we're gonna meet again like we are doing now to have shots, drink, eat. I don't know, guys. I wish for all of you the best. Always trust in Mother Earth. Always keep a nice sense of humor and always try to be positive the whole time. 1, 2, 3, arriba, abajo, al centro, pa'l carajo.
Thank you guys so much for watching. So, we'll see you next time on today's adventure. Bye.
I'm gonna be famous!
Llamas.
Llamas! If only I had a banana.
Ellie and the llamas, together they roam in Machu Picchu. They found their new home with giggles and laughter. They start to explore a cute little adventure like never